Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new series on the channel. So, The Sims 4 Realm of Magic has recently released, and I decided this would be a good time for me to get back into sort of Let's Plays with The Sims. Now, I've only really done the Not So Berry challenge, kind of, maybe like 5 episodes of that on my channel. Not a whole lot, but I do love to build in The Sims, and I love the idea of witches and wizards and magical creatures. So I decided this would be a perfect time for me to get back into it. So that being said, let me explain the story and the sim that I am creating on the screen. So this sim, lovely little Emerin, she is actually a witch, which no surprise, that seems to be the theme of this Let's Play. However, unlike a lot of Let's Plays, she's not like, not that I'm saying anything bad about those, but she's not like an orphan, she's not adopted or anything. She was kind of born into this rich, wealthy family. Like, both the mom and dad are just global superstars. Mom's a famous actress, the dad's a famous chef. And you know, they just got everything they could ever want. They have another daughter and stuff, and they're twins. And she's just kind of the sort of popular one that every single person wants to go to. And just like, excels in school, smart, sporty, just seems like the perfect family. And then there's Emerin. And Emerin just, she doesn't quite, like, she fits in, she has friends, she's not really a loner, but she doesn't like that her whole family seems to just be perfect. Like, they have no flaws, and she's just like a little bit annoyed with that, you know? I mean, who wouldn't be? That would be a little bit annoying. So anyway, she kind of wears sort of darker colors, reds, blacks, sort of rebels in that manner. And I know that's kind of like a cliche version of rebelling. And she just doesn't feel like she quite fits in. So along her journey, she just kind of, I'm trying to think of the best way to explain this without giving away spoilers, but she realizes that there's something a little bit weird about herself. Like, whenever she's just in her room, she can sometimes conjure light or turn lights on and off, which is weird. Or sometimes she feels like she can do things that other kids can't do. And she's always been a little bit curious about this, but has never really acted or told anyone for like fear of being called weird or not fitting in with her family even more than she already does. So she just kind of keeps that to herself. Until one day, and I was going to do sort of this like montage film of that, and then I realized that I'm not really skilled at that, so whoops. Anyway, so I will tell you instead, like the amazing storyteller that I am. She essentially gets into a giant fight with her parents and stuff over just like why she doesn't fit in, why she's not, like, she's doing great in school, you know, but she's not going the extra mile, she's not joining clubs or anything like that or hanging out with people. She's just kind of in her own world, and she's happy with that, but her parents want her to do more. They want her to branch out, explore. They don't want her to like waste away her time, you know. They still love her, it's not like they don't. And she just gets frustrated about this, and you know, she's kind of a teen, so she doesn't really understand they do actually want the best for her. So she sort of lashes out, she yells at them, and then she says something along the lines of, I wish I wasn't a part of this family. And I don't know, but that seems to be like a magical thing for her. And suddenly it's like she actually wasn't a part of this family. So she goes to bed angry that night, you know, that was the last thing she said to her parents. And she wakes up, goes downstairs, and no one seems to remember her. You know, she's talking to them, and, you know, they're kind of like ignoring her is what it feels like. So she's, you know, trying to be like, okay, you know what, fine, I'm sorry, I lashed out, it's fine, stop ignoring me. They don't seem to be able to hear her. You know, so it's almost like those words that she muttered was a spell. So she's actually not a part of this family anymore. And she's scared, so she like goes to school that day, you know, and she's trying to see if anyone remembers her or anything. And it just like, it seems that by her not wishing that she was part of the family, she was wiped, like, from the memories of everyone. Like, no one seems to remember who she is, and that could be terrifying. So she just gets her stuff and she leaves. She's trying to find someone who can listen to her, talk to her, know who she is, you know. And so that's kind of where our story starts. She essentially just kind of, like I said, runs away. I will probably be showcasing the build that I will do for her and stuff. It's just kind of sort of this like rundown cabin that she sort of escapes to. She found it while walking in the new world of Glimmerbrook, which is pretty cool. So there she meets a lovely girl who I actually have not yet made, but I have the entire character plotted out in my head. And they become fast friends, and that's where our story starts. That girl can kind of teach her a little bit more about magic and the world around her, and that is the lovely story of the Waldorf family. And if you're like, Jesse, that sounds awful familiar. Yeah, I kind of stole it from Gossip Girl. I'm a huge Gossip Girl fan. What can I say? So yeah, I was actually thought of this story long before this pack was like set to release and stuff. I knew I wanted some sort of like occult sim to be special, and I was gonna have it be like with mermaids or vampires or something. And then it was perfect timing that witches were coming out, so I was like, oh hey, this would actually be really cool. But yeah, I got bored at work one day and I kind of thought up this story, so that's where we are. Sorry if this is like a little bit slowed down and everything. I wanted enough time to be able to like convey the story. And I'll probably give a quick rundown of the story for the first part, because I know not everyone's going to want to watch the CAS video. But real quick, before we get to screenshots and like final outfits and stuff like that, I want to explain the parents. I kind of touched on them a little bit. So the first girl we have is Blake Waldorf. And she kind of came from a middle-class family. You know, she's a mom of this family. And she cares about her children a lot, but work takes her away from them. Because she is a global superstar, like 5 stars, just everyone loves her. Just sweet, got like great personality, funny, goes on like all the talk shows, raves about her kids, her future like movies, all that stuff. And she married the lovely, let me see if I can find his name, Edmund Waldorf, who is a professional chef, sort of like the Gordon Ramsay of the Sims world. Everyone seems to love him. They're like the #1 couple and stuff, and he spends a little bit more time with the kids than she does, but at the same time, he's kind of in his own world. You know, he really loves to learn new recipes, cook a lot, and with all the restaurants that he has, although he does spend a lot of time, is often gone as well. So between the both of them trying to do their best as parents, but ultimately their job is pretty important to them, so they're not all there. And then the sister is, she's kind of a bitch, honestly. She's stuck up, she's rude, she's snooty, like, she just, because she's rich, she just doesn't care about other people. But somehow she has everyone fooled to where they think that she cares about them. So she climbed the social ladder of high school, you know, became the popular girl, tried out for all the sports, is obviously a team captain. She's that person that you just kind of hate, you know. But something's a little fishy with her that we will touch on a little bit later on in the series. And no, she's not a witch, if that's your guess. But yeah, so she will be coming back later on for sure. So will the family and stuff. I will definitely have a dramatic sort of intervention, but you guys will see more of these Sims whenever we get to the screenshots and everything. But I want to say thank you all so much for watching. I'm hoping to get the first part out. Also, sorry, my AC just kicked on and it's going to be a little bit loud, but we're wrapping up anyway. Let's see. The first part should be out on Tuesday. I did start my new job this previous Wednesday, and that has been like 9-hour days of training. So I'm a little bit exhausted. Like, your girl's drinking like 4 cups of coffee a day and also can't sleep at night. And those two probably aren't correlated, but just so you guys have a little heads up. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. So please stay tuned for the first episode. And I am very, very excited to start this series. So yeah, thanks so much. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, the whole shebang. And I'll talk to you guys in the first part. Bye.